good to be here. Good to see all your happy and cheery faces. I'm sure we can wipe those smiles off in a few moments. Right, I think if the whole session was done like that, most of you would be fine, but your teachers would be lost, so we're not going to do it like that. Right, let me just quickly tell you a little bit about who I am. I lecture at the University of KwaZulu-Natal, just over the hill here on Westville campus, specifically in information systems and technology. So IT is what I do. But within information systems and technology, I specialize in something called Web 2.0. Raise your hand if you know what that is. Oh man, what are they teaching here? Okay, Web 2.0, you do know what it is. If you're using anything like Facebook, Google, Skype, LinkedIn, Twitter, those are all Web 2.0 technologies. I look at how you can use those things for education, how you can use it for business, how you can use it for entertainment. You guys already know about the entertainment part. So I spend my life playing with those things, and I've got a whole lot of online names. Because you have an avatar when you're in many of these places, so you have an alternative name. So I'm either Craig or CBT in Second Life, Craig Luminous, or Click on Twitter, etc. So I have all these personalities. Those are my digital personalities. We have a virtual university. I don't like seeing my students anymore. I just like seeing people. Who wants to see people face to face anymore? It's boring. I just want to see them online. So for a lot of the year, we meet our students in a virtual world called Second Life. Have any of you heard of Second Life? Right, well Second Life is a great virtual world, and we've got a university in there. There's a picture of one of our universities where we teach the students. We have a great time. That's one of the lecture theatres. That's where we hang out. Students want to chat about what's going on. We don't stand up here and they there. I lie on a towel next to them and we have a lecture. However you want to do it, doesn't matter. It's all great fun. We were playing in Second Life. We weren't playing. The students were there 2 days ago, and the bad news was a tsunami hit it. It's true. All the students were there and the whole island sank below the water. And all of a sudden, one tutor who's at Second Life, they're all screaming and shouting, "What's going on?" Because they're all underwater. And then about a minute later, the whole island went up into the sky, and everything they had built was covered by ground. It turned out it was some hacker messing around who we got rid of later. But the fun part is no one was injured. They had a fun time. They lost their buildings. They were crying a little bit, but that's okay. So, it's a cool place to hang out. All these web environments are awesome places to be. All of these things are great. Okay, we talked about Second Life. Have any of you heard of Mix? Raise your hand. Just check it. Okay. Right. You're pretty intelligent. That one in the bottom left-hand corner, what's that? Wikipedia, right. Yeah, we'll really test you. How many of you have heard of Twitter? No, you have, okay. What's that one? Ah, you see, not intelligent. Teacher said you were. Okay, some of you, that's Google Wave. Okay, that's a IM chatting program that's going to start taking on some of the other things like Skype, Twitter, Facebook feeds, status updates, etc. So, it's all happening out there. Cool technology, lovely places to hang out, great places to learn, great places to go and find out information for projects, awesome stuff that you can do. It's changing. The way we are learning and the way we are teaching should change. Eventually, by the time your kids are here, your kids won't be sitting in a classroom anymore. They'll just be out on their cell phones and they'll be learning, and the teachers will be home. They're in their free time teaching them like we do. It's changing the way in which we engage. So now we use texting, blogging, IM, virtual world, wiki, podcasts, social nets to teach our students at the university. Why? Because that's where they like hanging out. That's where they're comfortable. So we want to use these technologies because they are so powerful. You can learn anywhere. You can be in groups. We have our university online. We have students from America, the University of Massachusetts, students from Kenya, students from here down in Westville, and from Pietermaritzburg, all working on a project at the same time. You can't do that if it wasn't virtual. Right, but there's so many things I want to do in life. I haven't done bungee jumping yet. I'm going to wait until I've only got a few years left. But bungee jumping, like, whoa, you leap off, it's so cool. Paragliding, I want to do that, especially if you go up there in Cape Town, Lions Head, you leap off the cliff, that just looks awesome. Scuba diving, I've done that. The one scuba diving, we did a shark bonanza, where we swam with all the ragged-tooth sharks, just off Animal Shoal. Unbelievable, being down at the bottom and literally 50 sharks swirling, like fantastic. Okay, you don't notice the leg, yeah, it's not real, but I mean it was worth the sacrifice of getting this leg back up. Those are cool. And as you grow up, there's certain things you like to do. I like to drive a car. All of these things are cool, but you will not do bungee jumping unless someone tells you how to do it. You're not going to arrive at the bridge and say, oh, that looks cool. Check out those guys. Leave me on to do it. Hey, give me that rope. Time to go, yeah, and jump. You won't do it because you've never learned how to do it. Now, hopefully, most of you, when you want to learn to drive, will learn before you go do it. Facebook and you started playing on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Google and you use these things and that's great, except no one ever taught you about what could happen. Like that guy trying to learn to do the motorbike, no one really taught him. And maybe up until this date you haven't hurt yourself. I want to show you this morning how lots of people have seriously hurt themselves. But you can protect yourselves if you just know some basics. Right, so we're going to start with chat rooms. Chat rooms are cool. Mix it, all of these sort of things, they are just absolutely awesome. Get the whole list of chat rooms. What does IM mean? What's IM? Instant messaging, they're all the same. Whether it's Mixer, Gtalk, Jabber, Facebook chat, Messenger, they're all the same sort of thing. You can chat straight away. The only difference is with Mixer, it's sitting on your cell phone and it's cool. You can just do it, you know, by lying in bed or when you're out sitting on the grass or whatever it is. They're all the same thing. They're instant messaging. They're great. Why do you like it? Hey, it's cheap. You can just talk whenever you want. You know, girls have got a lot to say, so you can talk and talk and talk and talk. It's cheap. Available all the time. Whenever you want to talk, you can do it. You can be at home, you can be away. Whenever you want to, you can chat. You can chat anywhere, and you don't have to see their face. You know that boy who's irritating, you don't see make him or that girl or whatever it is. You can just talk without seeing their face. And it's quite nice. In fact, that's called disintermediation, where there is a gap between you and the other person. It's very dangerous, actually, because you tend to say things that you wouldn't say face to face, either good or bad. I love you. Hey, I wouldn't say that to God's face. You might not. You know, I hate you. You're an idiot. So be very careful. But it's great because we can just talk and it can do it whenever we want. It's cool. It's just awesome. But sometimes a little squirrel you're talking to is not a squirrel. Just because it's a little black thing with a bushy tail and eats acorns doesn't mean it's a squirrel. It could be some sort of black panther, leopard, who knows what. We've got to be careful. The stories are real. These are stories from South Africa, from our local media. Okay, this one was from 2006. KZN family shocked by the dangers of Mixit. One Phoenix parent said he found his daughter with a bag stacked at the Durban bus station headed for Johannesburg. Okay. Right, oh, that's crazy, I never do it. I'll show you how these people end up doing this. And they people just like you. Here's another one. 2009, this is recent. A 14-year-old went missing for 3 days. 3 days she was gone. And who knows what happened to her? My child is alive. To the mother of the teenager who was apparently kidnapped and raped, nothing else mattered. The moment she heard her daughter was safe. December the 15th, 2009, a couple of months ago. Right. So we sit on Mixit and it's great. Mixit tries to protect you. Mixit has got moderators, it's got chat rooms, it's got rooms where they block profanity. Mixit tries to protect you. So do your parents. Your parents say, guys, I want to teach you how to drive a car. They give you lessons. They say, right, we've done everything we can. And then you get in the car and you drive down the freeway at 170 in the wrong direction. We can't protect you if your brain doesn't want to be protected. But the problem is, if no one tells you what's right, you might make mistakes. So, while Mixit will try its best to help you, you've got to do things that will help yourself. And I want to tell you a few of those this morning. Right, one of the biggest dangers of Mixit, even more than other chatting things. The Mixit's great, but I want to tell you what its danger is. One of its biggest dangers is it's always available. Like you think, oh, that's cool. Yeah, it is cool. But the problem is, you will now be chatting with your little phone while you lie in your bed. And it starts to blur things. It becomes very personal. It feels like this is part of you. I have my cell phone. You guys can't do this because you're at school. Sorry for you. But anyway, when you leave school, if you've got a cell phone, it'll be with you more than anything else. My phone is with me more than my wife. It's true. She has my phone's with me. It is a fact that a mobile phone is with people more than any other thing ever before. Nothing is with people as much as the phone. It's part of you now. I mean, the first thing you're doing is like, oh, where's the phone? Oh, the phone. Oh, it's there. Oh. And 20 seconds later, you're like, oh, it's there. Oh, the phone's still there. It's personal. It's become part of us. That's just the way it is now. Now we can chat whenever we want. We can connect. It's awesome. I was in the Berg a week ago, and there was a thing around the world called a digital Sabbath. They put out a challenge to say, could you stay offline for 24 hours? I was like, yeah. Whoa. I took a lot of deep breaths. I went online Saturday morning, checked everything quickly, and then for 24 hours I didn't go to Facebook, Twitter, or check my email. Okay, I didn't visit the App Store on iTunes. I couldn't stop totally. But then it was shaky, it was terrible. Took Panados and then it was okay again. But these things have become a part of us. We love it. We love the technology. But the problem is, there is a blurring of what is real and not real. Because they seem so real, because we're chatting to someone and it seems like they're right there. It seems like they're the person they say they are. All of a sudden, what's real and not real starts to blur. You sit here and you look at someone and you watch some of the videos I'm going to show you and you go, oh, they're so stupid. But when you're in the situation, it becomes so real that you believe what you hear. And I want to try and warn you against that.